Okay, so I'll introduce myself to you. My name is Shelby Odette. I am studying for being a personal fitness trainer at NAIT. One of our requirements for assignment is to interview a successful business owner like yourself. And I heard a lot of great reviews from other people too. So first off, I would like to get you to introduce yourself. Just a few facts, fun facts.
I am, my name is Brett Kirkland. I'm on the co-owners of Blitz Conditioning. Grew up playing hockey, and so it got me into fitness my entire life. I loved it, and then eventually, actually I was dating a girl when I was like 19, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I was in construction, and she said, why don't you become a trainer? I was about fitness so much, and that's what got me into it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. So how did you, I guess your girlfriend made you start off the business?
No, she's no longer my girlfriend. Married
No?
to a completely different
Wow,
girl now.
okay, sorry.
I was a short-term girlfriend. She was helpful though. No, Chris and I actually met. I went to Australia to study. I went to Australia to do my fitness training at the Australian Fitness Academy. And then I met my wife in Australia. We came back and we planned on being in Edmonton just for about a couple of years and then moved back to Australia. But then Chris and I met at a studio on Jasper Avenue, and things weren't going so well there. The owner just wasn't taking care of the clients well enough. Our checks were bouncing all the time.
Wow.
He was in a rough spot. So he was trying to pursue us to get our clients to buy large packages, like $6,000 worth.
Crazy.
And Chris and I were comfortable doing that, and we started talking about what our vision would be of a personal training studio and what we thought it would be. And then we kind of just said, you know what, let's do this. Let's go on our own and do it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, so why or what did you decide to call your business Blitz Conditioning?
We actually didn't have a name. Chris ran a class at the old studio. It was called New Body. He just called it Blitz Sunday or something like that.
Okay.
And then he wanted to call it Blitz Fitness. And then me being the hockey side, like more of an athletic side, I said, well, we call it Blitz Conditioning.
Yeah.
And that was it. Game over.
Nice.
Did the Google search and no one else had it, so it worked out well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So who is your target group that you most concentrate on?
We have a couple. I mean, we've surveyed our clientele. Our clientele is anywhere from 25 to 34 people.
Okay.
We kind of we're in the downtown location, so we're looking at young professionals, people who've just got out of usually university and have a little extra income to spend now, and now they're wanting to get, they usually let their fitness go when they're in school a lot of the time. So they're coming out, they've got their jobs now, and they're pretty stable, and now they're looking to get back into working out in fitness again. So that's who we target. Social media is one of the big things for us.
Okay, good. Yeah, that was one of my other questions at the end here.
Awesome.
Awesome. How did you come up with your location of your business? So, was it hard finding your location, the building?
Yeah, it was difficult. So we were lucky enough that when we left New Body, we left in summertime. It was Chris and myself, and we were training outside a lot of the time, so that worked okay. That was when we were in between businesses. And then we met with a chef. He's from the Chief. He owns a Chief Personal Training, which is just on 118th Street. We were talking to him, and he had like a 300 square foot room.
Wow.
And we were like, hey, do you mind, can we rent this until we find a location? And he was so helpful. He really helped us out. But it was awful. It was facing west. It was 25 degrees. The sun was beating in. There was no air conditioning. Chris would have 2 clients in there. I'd have 2 clients in there, and it was just a sweat box.
Crazy.
But it was amazing that our clients believed in us and followed us, and really we built those relationships. So we were there for a few months, and we looked at tons of places. And this used to be a training studio as well. They didn't make it, unfortunately. So we walked in and all the rentals were done. And we got very, very lucky that we could just come in here and snag it up. And we knew we wanted to stay downtown.
Definitely. Okay. Crazy. I guess my other question for you is, do you see a downfall when people are going back to, or students going back to university and using the school gym? Do you find there's a...
Not at all. We find there's a downfall in summer. Our summer months are quite slow. They get help
I'm
out.
surprised.
Yeah, for personal training, people go on vacations, right?
Right.
So that's a lot of it. Our group classes are more full in the winter time, obviously, because the students come back to school.
Okay.
And at $99 a month, which we're charging right now, it's pretty affordable for students to be able to be like, I know I'm going to get a great workout at Blitz, and I can go 5 days a week if I want. We offer 17 classes a week. So there's lots of options for them. And then in summertime, the hockey division kind of keeps everything afloat for sure.
And I guess that's my next question. Do you get like a lot of hockey groups, basketball, or any other types of groups? Yeah, sports.
We specifically focus on hockey.
Hockey.
It's been it's obviously, like I said, it's a huge passion of mine. I love it so much. So we do Mount Carmel is a school on the south side, and they have a hockey academy, so we do all of the training for the hockey academy.
Wow.
I am the head strength coach of the Grand Prix Griffins men's hockey team.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then we have two other hockey teams. Midget AAA, KT Pats are coming in, and we have an Addy team coming in as well.
So a lot of
Hockey. It's just like, I don't have a passion for soccer. I don't have a passion for football. It's not something that I'm really interested in. I know hockey players. I know how to talk to them. So that's kind of why we focus on it a lot.
Good. So a great relationship between them.
Yes.
Between you guys.
Definitely.
So how do you reach the demographic of people in the area of your business?
Social media specifically.
Social.
And then we're involved in the community a lot.
Okay.
We're every other weekend we have an event going on. A couple weekends ago we were at the Kenya Run for Water, and we supported them through our farmer classes. So we try to outreach through different avenues, but I think when people think of Let's Mission, they know about us, they know that we're very community. We're always trying to give back and do that kind of stuff.
Right.
So I think that is something that we pride ourselves on, and that's how we get to know people.
Okay, nice. Do you do a lot of volunteering, like for breast cancer?
Yeah, so we did for breast cancer last year. So on Friday nights we have a karma class, and everyone comes in and they donate whatever money they feel. So usually about $5.
Yeah.
So we save all that money and we give it to a charity of our choice for kind of each quarter. So we did, one was for Bust a Move, which is for breast cancer, and they actually, Bust a Move was a 6-hour workout marathon, and the last 2 years we got to kick it off. So we went up there, the owners and the trainers, and we took about 20 of our community members with us and did a big hit class with like 300 people. So we really, that's something that, and it's a blast, it's so much fun. So that's the kind of stuff that we like to get involved in for sure. We did the warm up for the HIV run a couple weeks ago for the Kenya Run. So it's just getting out in the community, and when people ask, try not to say no. If it fits you in your brand and it fits your demographic, why don't you get out there?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good for you guys. How do you recruit your employees?
We usually, Nate is a big one.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Andrea was it Nate?
Good.
Aaron was it Nate? He wasn't. I think we have out of our. I thought she was UVA. Okay, there we go. So I think out of 8 or 9, we have 7 from you.
Crazy.
So
Yes,
we
you did a good
strongly
job.
believe in your guys' program.
Awesome.
Yeah. So as we bring in our practicum students, a lot of the time, Andrew's a practicum student, Aaron is a practicum student, we hire them on right away. If we love them and they're a good fit with our team, why not, right?
Yeah,
So
perfect.
that's kind of how and then we just get resume submissions a lot as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right on. So, who do you look for by hiring your employees? Like you said, with education or just they need a job right now. Or...
Yeah, I think we look at personality more than anything.
Okay.
I believe that personal training is an evolving industry every month, right? There's a new fad all the time. There's different ways. If you have the background education and you educate yourself, I honestly we don't care if you're a Canada Pro. It's not something that we're going to be we're not going to be stoked about it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if they show passion and they really care about people and they have that personality where we can sit down and have a conversation for half an hour, that's what makes you successful in this industry. Being able to talk to people and care about people more than being. We've had a kinesiologist come to be a trainer, but smart, very smart, but not a good trainer because they can't relate to people.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it doesn't really, the background and who you are makes you a better trainer, I feel.
And relationships build onto that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Good. So how does a starting trainer charge their clients? How do they do that?
We everybody makes the same money. So
Okay.
we believe that we hire the best of the best. So even if they're just starting their first month, we're equals anyway. So we sell our sessions and packages. 1 to 4 is $80, 5 to 9 is $75, 10 or more is $70, and then we just do a 50-50 split.
Okay.
So
nice.
for personal training, all our trainers make $35 an hour. If they're doing a 2-on-1 training, they make $45 an hour, and for HIIT classes, they make $40 an hour. So it's
And
just
it seems reasonable too. I mean,
Yeah.
reasonable money. which
definitely,
is-
we feel pretty confident. Like we're proud of the fact that we pay our trainers quite a bit more than most other studios, and we want our trainers to be able to be financially just have to work as a personal trainer. You know.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, good. How do you continue to build your business? I guess my other question is, do you plan on expanding anytime soon? Expanding, sorry?
When we started, we only had 4,000 square feet.
Okay.
Well, when we started, we were in a 300 square foot room, but then when we moved in here, we had 4,000 square feet. And we've been lucky enough to expand in these own walls up to 7,000 square feet. So we actually just we knocked down the wall just around the corner,
Okay.
blew that out, so now we have a much larger hit room, and then we also just did rooms at spinning as well. So I feel like for us, it's our outreach needs to keep growing. We need to get more involved in the community. We need to constantly be active on social media. But it's also we want to start adding in newer programs for our clientele so that they don't get bored. They don't want to leave and go, you know, there's a new fact. Because eventually, boot camps were everywhere 5 years ago, but you don't really hear them that much anymore. HIIT classes have really taken off.
Yeah.
So then we got to stay on top of that curve and what's the next big thing coming out.
Okay, good. And I guess you just plan on just having one big business here, or
Eventually, we definitely like to expand.
yeah,
For sure, like open another door. But like right now, I think the way that we look at it is we gotta hone in on our center space, which would be this one in our first space, and really get everything ironed out and everything working really well. I mean, it's been 5 years since we started, but at the same time, we still need to work on our process and we still need to work on our procedures and stuff like that until we are able to open another studio.
And yeah, that's what I heard from one of the girls, Montana Kit.
Yeah.
She says like your business like is huge now. Like she said, you just started 5 years ago. And I was
Yeah.
like, that's crazy. Like I never knew that. So I looked on your,
Yeah.
you know, researched you guys a
Yeah.
little bit. And I
Yeah.
was like, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Good for you.
Thank you.
Just a couple more questions.
Absolutely.
What got you into becoming a business owner? Like, was there a lot of sacrifices for you, or?
Yeah, I mean, like, you do it because you're passionate, but when Chris and I got into this, like the first couple of years, financially, we didn't make a bunch of money. It was very difficult. I was lucky that we supported my wife. And then also just the hours were ridiculous. There were days where, you know, in the beginning of a business, some days I was training 13 hours a day.
Wow.
Like straight up, we were just hammering. It was ridiculous. It was so hard. But you go home and I couldn't even have a conversation with my wife because I was brain dead from the day
Yeah.
completely, right? So those are the days of when that was the first couple of years, maybe up in the third year where it was rough for sure. But I mean, keep going, you're passionate, you care about the people that you're with. When you train awesome people and they're there and they bring a positive attitude, they make your job very rewarding. For
Good.
sure.
Good. And your wife, is she a personal fitness trainer too, or?
No, she wants to do it.
Okay.
She does, but at the same time, right now she owns her own business and she's a manager at Lululemon.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so who was your biggest, who was or is your biggest support?
Definitely my wife, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, she supported me through thick and thin and, you know, been able to give me pep talks when I need them and also give me a kick in the ass when I'm being a whiner as well. And then obviously close second is Chris, for sure. We've been through a lot together. We're brothers basically. I spend more time with him than I do with my wife or
Wow.
anybody.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're very lucky that we love each other and, you know, there's 100% trust there as well.
Great. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Happy for you guys. And you say you do like a lot of market for yourself. So Facebook, Twitter.
Yeah.
Do you have any big sales that you put on
We don't.
Facebook? Or?
No, we don't really do any sales, to be honest. We're very confident in our product and confident in the pricing that we offer. And we feel like our first training session is always free. Our first HIIT class or spin class is always free. So come down, and if you can literally find something better than us, then please, you're more than welcome to go somewhere else. But we're confident in our trainers and the product that we offer that we are one of the best studios in the town.
And it seems like your prices are reasonable too.
Yeah, very standard,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, very. And last question, do you have any wise words or say to become a successful business owner? Do you have any do's or don'ts?
I think a lot of people when they get involved in a business, they feel that they'll be able to step out right away.
Right.
Right? Like people are just, I mean, you walk in there like, well, I run this place now, so I don't have to do the grunt work. I don't have to. We still clean the toilets. I like every now and again, we're mopping floors, we're still training, and we're 5 years in, but we're getting away from it. We're now hiring for the best people. We're starting to really expand our business to be something more than whatever we expected it to be. But at the same time, you just have to realize that it's not easy. It's not for everybody. And if you're not willing to really make the sacrifice and put the work in, then it's probably not for you.
Wow, okay, so you just gotta be really passionate and 100% in it.
Yeah, 100% in it.
Yeah, definitely. And that was it. Thank you so much for taking your time out of it. And
Easy. Easy.
yeah, thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Have fun at your rookie party today.
Yeah, thank you.